Hey guys, LMG here, and no, I haven't uploaded a video in a while because I've been really busy, and so I want to try and get some more videos on YouTube. But the reason is because my computer's really slow. I can't edit. It takes so long, even with Camtasia, which is what I use, as you can see just here, and I can't edit any videos like professionally, which is what I'd like to do. So I have to do videos in one shot basically. So I will be trying to upload some vlogs and obviously videos like this. Anyway, what I wanted to show you guys in this video today was my new PC build. Now I haven't got enough money for this yet, but once I do, this is probably what I'm gonna get. So I want to just get your guys' opinion on it. And basically I want you guys to comment in the description on what you think is bad, what's good, what I should fix, what I should get a different part, or if you think anything about it really. So I really want your guys' opinion, and it'll be good for that. Now the price, by the way, for this build has gone up. It was £950 last time I checked. Now it's about 1,000, but it will always change. And by the way, just to give you guys a heads up, it'll probably be around February or January that I'll be building this computer. Not exactly sure yet. Now, of course, I've like titled it Intel 6700K build, but I'm not sure if this is the CPU I want yet. Anyway, so I've gone with this CPU. We're just going to start from the top, yeah? So I've gone with this CPU because it's new, it supports the Z170 boards, and it has USB-C, which is what I'd really like. Now, guys, if you know that USB-C, if you can get like USB-C adapters put into like PCIe slots and stuff, I'm not sure about that yet, but if you guys can comment and tell me that in the description, that'd be good. But I am not sure. But this actually has it. If I just click on the picture of the board here, you can see it has a USB slot right there, USB. Okay, and so that's that for now. Now, if I just go back right here, 1 second. Sorry, the internet can be a bit slow sometimes. But if you guys, so I was looking at originally before this, I was looking at the Intel Core i7 4790K, the 4790K, which also runs at 4 GHz. They're very similar processors. The other one is a little bit faster. Now some people say the other one's more towards gaming, which I'm not sure about, which I can't find many videos on YouTube to inform me about that. And if you guys know anything like which processor, because I was also considering the 5820K, which is the generation in the middle, the 5th gen, which also could be good, but it doesn't have USB-C and all of that, and the board is quite expensive in general. But now you can see the price difference, £245 compared to this one, which I can just click on right here, which is 318, a bit more expensive. But by February, the price has gone down. Now here, I did pick this cooler. It's called the Corsair H100i GTX. Now I really like this cooler because I know it's quite expensive, £90 right here, but it looks awesome. It's pretty awesome. It has 2 fans and a double radiator. I forgot the name of the length of that radiator. It's a 240mm radiator, which would fit at the top of the case that I'm looking at. But some people say it's quite noisy. I mean, it says it's quite quiet, but people do say it's noisy, which is, I really hope it isn't, because it looks really cool, and a lot of the videos on YouTube say it isn't. But just in case, you guys can comment on this. I'm going to stop saying you guys can comment, because you can comment on whatever you want. That's your choice. Now, obviously, when I click on this one, I'd also choose the cooler for that, not the Entamax. I mean, this is a great cooler. If any of you want to see an air cooler, it's great. It's not it lights up. It's a great cooler, great reviews. Would really recommend it if anyone wanted a air cooler. Now the board I chose was the Z170A from Asus, because it's one of the cheapest, best value, good Z170 boards out there, and I really can't afford much more than that. And it looks awesome. If I had to go any more, the only other jump that I would take, because I really am looking at a black, white, and blue theme, not any red. So I wouldn't go for MSI, and also the BIOS on Asus boards is amazing, and this board supports everything I want. It's just it doesn't have many USB slots, as you can see here. But obviously it has USB-C, and you can get USB adapters. And the case will have plugs for USB on the front, and also if you look right here, it says onboard USB 3.0 headers. Yes, so that's good. And if you don't know what that means that you can get USB headers which will go onto your case. If I just click on this case right here, I'm not sure about the case by the way, that will cables that are coming from that to the motherboard to these USB ports up at the front, which is nice. So I'm not going to talk about the case yet, we're just going to go one by one. Now I was also thinking if I was going to go with the other CPU, I would have gone with the Z97A, which is also, they're both ATX motherboards, I forgot to mention that, which is basically the same version just for that platform, but it doesn't look anywhere near as cool in my perspective. It doesn't have any USB-C obviously because it's that generation, same amount of USB ports, no USB 3.1 I believe, and it's just not as nice in general. A lot of people said when this came out, they're both really good motherboards, but I was looking at PC Format, the magazine, they say the other one is quite flimsy, the Z170, but to be honest, I don't think it is that. It's just because they're used to some better ones. Now obviously I could have gone with the deluxe version, which is 210 I believe pounds, which if I just click here, is probably quite expensive to be honest in general, so I wouldn't go for that. The Kingston HyperX Fury RAM is the RAM I really want to go with, and I don't think I'm going to change my mind unless you guys know of any other RAM. And I really would like 16GB, but I'm not willing to spend that much money yet, so I'm just going to get one 8GB stick, so that way I can upgrade to even 32 if I would like in the future with 8GB sticks. And to be honest, I don't mind having just one stick in there, it won't look too bad. Now I will get blue RAM probably, but on here it's the same price, so I just selected the black one. If I go to the 4790K build, you can see the RAM is actually, you can get it in blue, and I would still get a 8GB stick, but I actually think it looks cooler the DDR3 version. Just my opinion there. But obviously DDR4 is quite a lot faster. See, in that one you can get it at 1866 is what I would choose. But in here it's 2133 megahertz, which is I think the lowest DDR4 speed, because it can go up crazy high, the DDR4 speed. I can get up to like more than 3000 megahertz or something. Okay, so onto storage. Now I have chosen to get 2 storage drives. I'm gonna get a Samsung 850 EVO drive, because it's 250, we're going to get a 250 gig one for my operating system and video editing software, and any software that I'd like to run fast. But obviously I got a Western Digital Caviar Blue 1TB to store all of my files on, my photos, my videos and all of that, and it's a 7200 RPM, so it's not too slow. And I've also got a Seagate backup drive right here with me, which is 1TB, so I can back everything up. Now I've also actually got a 320GB hard drive from an old build, which I'll be putting in there as well, which I can use to put extra stuff on if I need to. But it's a Samsung one, and I'm not sure if it's as reliable. But the solid state drives, I was thinking of the SanDisk solid state drive, and that's about £40, which is a bit cheaper, but I'm not sure about that yet. And this is obviously a very, very fast drive, and I'd probably get that for either build if I did do the older one. As you can see, just here, little photos of it. And I would probably have it on show in the build wherever I put it. And it's not too expensive either. Now carrying on to the video card, or the graphics card. I am not a big gamer, so that's why I haven't gone with a very powerful graphics card. I've done a lot of research on what I want, and I found this, the GeForce GTX 750 Ti. for the Win Edition from EVGA. Now I love the look of it. It's got a two-fan controller, two fans. Now Jay's 2 Cents is a YouTuber that probably a few people know that are watching this video, and he said that it was very noisy. Now he applied an update and stuff, I think, and he said it was still noisy, but a lot of people in the comment section said it wasn't. So I'd like your guys' opinion on that, if you have this card or if you'd experienced it from a friend or something. I mean, if not, then I'll probably get a different version of the 750 Ti, but I did want a dual cooler on it for it to keep nice and cold. And it does come with this little poster, if you saw his video. And to be honest, it's still going to be able to run some games with the 2GB. Apparently it will go update quick. I know I could get a 4GB, but it's too expensive, and I am not really focused on gaming. I know it does help with video rendering and stuff, but to be honest, for me that's fine. I might upgrade it in the future within a few years or something. So it's great value for £100. I was also thinking of going with AMD, like the 270X or 60X, I'm not sure, but at this price range, Nvidia seems to be better value. And now Nvidia make GeForce cards, if you didn't know. For the case, I was still not sure. The case I'm really leaning towards right now is this case right here. It's called the Phanteks Enthoo Evolve ATX Mid-Tower Chassis or case. And I really like this case. I've done some research, love this metal design. I'll probably get it in this colour right here. I think it looks awesome. There's a little flap there, if you can just see here, and you push it in and you have some USB ports and other stuff. It only has 2, I believe, which is alright for me. USB 3.0, and it has this big side window, so it's a bit tinted, the thing's leveling off the floor, and also this right at the front, yeah, it has a LED light which can be blue, red, green or white. I believe it's stock with white, but it comes with the others to swap it out. It has 2 fans at the front right here, and these really cool drive cages, so you can swap out wherever you want. You also have this basement area to put your hard drive bays in, which I probably wouldn't use these for better airflow, and that way I can put my 2 hard drives down there, so you don't see them because they're really not that good, and I put one of my SSDs on there because they look pretty cool. As you can see there, it's open, and so there you can see the basement area a bit better. The motherboard will be here, and it does open on both sides, and you can lift off the arm right here. You have 2 parts right here which can be lifted off, so you can lift off the whole side panel when you're working on it. You've got the dust filter at the back, and it's all pretty cool. It's got this kind of white accents on the I forgot what they were called. Also the fan is white. So you've got 120 millimeter at the back, I believe, and you've got 140 millimeter in the back and 240s in the front, which is nice. But if I just look at the price right here, it's not actually that expensive. It's about £139 here. Now it's probably different on other sites, but this is Overclockers UK. There's also websites like Scan and Amazon, so we'll check them out also. But it looks pretty cool, to be honest, for me. You can buy systems with it, and I pretty love it. Now I was also considering the Corsair 450D, but to be honest, it doesn't look as cool. It has a lot of features, but doesn't look as cool in my opinion, and it's a bit cheaper. Now, the other case after this I was looking at was the Corsair, if I just open it 1 second. Here is the case I was also looking at. It was the graphite series from Corsair called the 760T, and I would have got it in white, and it had a full window, which was nice on this side, and then on the other side, if you can see, it's right, so it's open. Imagine that, like with your building, that's crazy. And then if they show the other side, I'm not sure yeah, it's got like another side panel window, but it's completely tinted, completely dark, so you can't actually see through it. Now the reason I don't actually want this case is because of this big plastic rim around the front with these weird drive cages there. Now I do want a drive cage, but this guy called DIY Perks, I believe, DIY Perks, inspired me to make my own like wooden thing, which is, I forgot the name of it. It's kind of like a thing you'd put on the side of your desk with a DVD drive in it, with a USB card reader, with USB slots in it, with anything you want in it, and that just plugs into the back of your computer. And so that's why I'm going to go with the Phanteks one, which has no DVD drive bay. Looks simpler. It's kind of a thing of the olden times now, but I can always get an external drive. I love the Apple one, which is nice and metal. Not much of an Apple fan, but I do like some of their products, like their MacBooks, for example. Not their Macs, but you guys can comment in the description who likes Macs, who likes PC. And so that's what I'd like to get maybe in the future, or make something like that. So that's why I don't really care about these. And it does have a big cover at the top to stop any airflow, whereas this, if I actually can see the top, it's got open vents like that, so things can get, the air can come through, which is nice. Now, but if you guys have had experience with this case, and if it's loud because of the metal vibrating, you guys tell me, and I might change my mind, maybe go back to this one or the 450D. There you go. You can see the window; it's fully tinted, which is nice. But then you've got the fully open at the top like that if you want to open. And it comes with LED fans, which is cool, and a pop-off dust filter. So there you are. Now, if I go here, we can go to the next thing on the list, which is the power supply. Now, I'm trying to not go too expensive on the power supply. There's two options for me at the moment. The EVGA Supernova Next 650 watt. I was wanting now, I think it was Arctic power supplies, Arctic White, but they were way too expensive. And this seems pretty good. And EVGA are quite reliable for power supplies, and it looks cool. It comes with nice braided black cables, as you can see, with cable ties that I could use for anything, I guess. Kind of this textured black power supply like that. See, it's got all, and it's modular, which is what I really want to make my build clean, even though it's got the basement section, and it's £63, which is not too expensive. 650 watts is definitely enough for me, but I might upgrade to a better graphics card, and that should still be enough. 80 plus gold, which is good, and typical efficiency apparently. And if I just show you the other one that I was actually considering, it was the, if I just show you right here, guys, if I click on power supply right here, the other one I was actually looking at was from Corsair, and it was the RM750. Now this is £90, but it's pretty cool, like power supply. It goes silent, has a silent mode, so it stays silent until I can't think actually right now, but until like about 30 or 40% load or 50% load, which is really nice. But it has a yellow theme, which is a bit annoying, but it should be covered up by this, I hope. So that's all right. If I stay with that case. But it's £90 versus 60, which is quite a big difference. But you can also get it in 650 from £90. It goes down to about 85, which is not much of a difference for me, so I probably won't go with it. But the reviews on it, some people say it's very loud, even when it's like actually on after that load, which is what I'm wondering about, even though they say it's a quiet fan. So guys, you can comment on that if you think that, and tell me guys if you know anything about this power supply, which would be nice, thanks. So now let's just go to the next part on the list, which is finally actually the operating system. Now I'm going to either, I think I'll just buy Windows 7 or Windows 8, because it's by July or June next year that they're going to stop giving Windows 10 for free if you are on Windows 7 or Windows 8 already. So I'm just going to buy which is ever cheaper, the Windows 7, 8 or 10 by the time. So if I click on operating system now, I believe Windows 7 is the cheapest. We'll see, they show Windows 10 but no price right here. So Windows 8.1 is actually the cheapest at the moment, so I go with that. And I know it's quite easy to install anyway, so. But I do want OEM, whatever I get, because I could get Windows 10 Pro, which is quite expensive here, £152. Oh, here's Windows 10 Home, £72, so I'd probably get Windows 10. So that's alright. But also a network card might be practical, so I might end up getting a network card right here. This one right here, the Gigabyte AC network card. But it might look a bit weird in the build, to be honest, I think. But we'll see if I If I end up getting extra, you have to put a little antenna on the top of your computer or somewhere, which is a bit weird. It's a Bluetooth antenna, I think. Okay, and that's pretty much it. So, and if you guys just want to know, if I were to get a monitor, just to say, I'm not going to get one, but if I were to get one, the one I'd be getting would be the Asus VX248H 60Hz 24-inch monitor. I love it, and I'd probably find a way to mount it on the wall. I just really like this monitor. Maybe a different one, but it's probably, I love these Asus monitors. At the moment I have a Philips 24-inch monitor, which is quite nice, and I'll be keeping that for the build. And also the microphone I have right here, if you guys like to know, is the Samson Meteor mic. Amazing mic, the one I would recommend. There's also the Blue Snowball, which is at a good £40, which is £40 this mic. And if I was to recommend anything, this would be the mic to recommend. So I can actually mute anything right now, so if I actually just press the mute button, my voice is muted, it was just muted. So thanks guys for watching, and I guess I'll be seeing you in the next video. Comment, rate and subscribe, and see ya.